today is like the fourth, I believe it's the fourth video on those 10 takeaways. I've been doing 2 takeaways every video. So for this video, the next takeaway that I have gathered from me and what I've learned, from my life experiences is that everyone is not happy when you succeed. That's something that I've had to learn very hard, very cruel, because it's only a natural reaction that when you are succeeding or you're accomplishing some of the things that you've set out to accomplish, you really are so excited. Hey, welcome to the Baggio channel. Welcome to another video. This is the home of self-care, beauty, wellness, and any and everything that'll help you to become the most empowered version of you. I have been going down doing these series on the 10 takeaways that I have gathered from my 50 years on this earth. And today is like the fourth, I believe it's the fourth video on those 10 takeaways. I've been doing 2 takeaways every video. So for this video, the next takeaway that I have gathered from me and what I've learned, from my life experiences is that everyone is not happy when you succeed. That's something that I've had to learn very hard, very cruel, because it's only a natural reaction that when you are succeeding or you're accomplishing some of the things that you've set out to accomplish, you really are so excited and you want to share, everything, and you want everyone to be happy, you know what I mean? And I've learned that everybody will not be happy for you. Everybody's not happy when you succeed. And that's very important to note. The reason it's important to note is because you can't let other people project how they feel about your success on you. Because now they throw like a damp towel over your celebration. And you should never give anyone that much power. But more importantly, a lot of times people are not happy when you succeed because there's a lot of hidden jealousy. And I hate using that word jealousy, but it is the truth. A lot of times, if people feel stuck or stagnant in their life and you are highlighting your success, it's just basically showing them that they are not, it's kind of highlighting also the fact that they're not making progress. If you're making progress and they're not making progress, that in itself, it just kind of highlights the fact that they're not making progress, if you know what I mean. And the jealousy comes out at that point. It's a jealousy that, I always call jealousy the green-eyed monster. I really, I understand that. And sometimes, people don't mean to have that jealousy, but it's there. And you have to be aware of that. You really have to be aware of that. Also, people have unresolved competition. Like they want to compete with you. They're not going to be happy when you succeed. They want to compete. They want to make a competition out of what it is that you're doing, and the fact that you have to. It's not. To be honest with you, it's not a competition. It really is not a competition, but they make it a competition because they're trying to go side by side with you and measure what it is that they're doing against what you're doing, they won't be happy. They wanna start competing. And that's something that I've learned. I have learned that. Also, the reason they're not happy for your success because they're afraid of being left behind. You may have a rigorous schedule or a rigorous a rigorous daily focus, that you have goals and you are, driven, and maybe they're not that way. So of course you're going to achieve a lot of your stuff much faster than they are, because whenever you are focused, whenever you are, zeroing in on one particular thing or a particular goal, you're going to reach that goal much faster than other people. And so that in itself makes them not necessarily happy for your success, because they don't want to be left behind. You know what I mean? They don't want to be left behind. You can visibly see success. That's what it is. You can visibly see success. Another reason that I've realized that people won't be happy for you when you succeed is that it shows them all of the missed opportunities that they passed up on. They will look at what you're doing, look at how you're succeeding, and they reflect on like, dang, I should have did this. I should have did that. I should have did this. So again, they're not happy. And your happiness and your celebratory spirit should not be dictated by if somebody else gave you a thumbs up or if they celebrating with you. It's nice when people can celebrate with you, but I just want you to know that it's not always going to be that way. And that doesn't mean that you have not slayed your goals. That does not mean that you are doing fantastic. It's just that it's hard for people to be happy when you're succeeding, when their life is not looking like yours, and they start to feel insecure. They start feeling insecure. One more thing, a reason why people can't be happy for you when you succeed, that they're not happy for you when you succeed, is that they start projecting like their fears or what can go wrong. You ever had something to go right and people can tell you exactly what can now go wrong? It's like they get this insecurity and they start to project on you. So a lot of times if you're not careful, you begin to start feeling like down. Like you're not even in celebratory mode anymore because they done projected their insecurities on you, and now you're like, oh my God. So I don't know. I don't think that it's done. All of these things are done intentionally, but I know that it happens. And what I've had to learn how to do is like, you know what? It's okay. Sometimes if I reach a goal or I've celebrated, or if I've gotten somewhere that I've been trying so hard to get, sometimes I don't really share. I go into my own little space and I be having me a little happy party by myself. I have a few friends that I can share my things with, and they are really happy for me. But for the most part, I try not to get on a bullhorn and announce it far and wide because I already know. The second point that I've learned in my 50 years of life, right, is you got to learn how to be quiet and move in silence. Be quiet and move in silence, honestly. And it kind of goes hand in hand with people not being happy for you. First of all, you need to be quiet and move in silence because you got to protect your vision. You could be on a really strong track, going somewhere, you doing big things. Sometimes your vision is too big to even share with other people. They can't get it. Their mind can't even think as dimensionally as you are. And so if they can't even understand your vision, like you have to protect your vision. And the best way to protect your vision is to quiet down. I know it's hard sometimes because you're so happy and it's like it's bubbling over, but sometimes you have to quiet it down, like pipe it down. Another reason why you need to be quiet and move in silence is because it avoids unnecessary pressure. When people know what you're doing or how you're doing it, they have a tendency to kind of put this unspoken pressure on you. Like, oh, you said you was doing this, that, and the third. Oh, you know what I mean? They put this pressure on you where you can't even focus on getting to your goal because you so concerned about their pressure. So it's like you have to learn how to just move in silence. And for me, that has been a struggle because I love to share. And in my life, I have come off sometimes and I have rubbed people the wrong way as like a know-it-all, right? Because I'm sharing so much. But I've learned, like, just pipe down, calm down, because everybody doesn't take that information or they don't receive it in the genuine spirit that you're offering it. And if a person don't want to hear what you have to say, quiet yourself down anyway. When you move in silence, it builds confidence also. All of that energy that you use to have a discussion with other people and you so excited about this, that, the third, all of that energy you use and you contain it towards your goal. It actually is like a superpower. When you move in silence, all of that energy, it just you just take it and you zero in on what it is that you're doing. That's how you really get it. And last but not least, the reason why you should be moving in silence and be quiet is your success is going to speak louder than words. You don't have to say anything. You can see success. You can see when somebody is making progress. You don't have to talk. And I don't know, like, that's something that I feel like I've had to learn over the years. Like, just quiet yourself down. Like, just do what you're doing, and that's it. And honestly, even when you reach your goal, or even when you reach your success module or your point of success, right? Sit in your own success. It doesn't have to be a thing where you rub it in people's face. It doesn't have to be a thing where, you know what I mean? Like, you have to be this ostentatious, person that look at me. Your success is your success. And those who are going to be happy for you, those who are going to notice you, are going to be those who matter. And if it's not a lot of people, that's fine. But you have to learn how to sit within yourself and not necessarily always have to wait for somebody else to give you a thumbs up. That's dangerous. When you have to wait for somebody else to give you a nod, that ain't going to work. Because sometimes people will, sometimes they won't. And if that's what you are waiting for, you're going to be disappointed so many times than not. So, yeah, learning how to move in silence and just understanding that everybody is not happy when you succeed. That's just what it is. These are 2 points that I've gathered that it has changed me. You know what I mean? It changed me in terms of, like, my personality is forward. I have a forward personality. I'm a people person. I'm bubbly. You know what I mean? That's who I am. But in certain regards, I've had to tone it down because all of that is not for everybody. And I've had to learn it over time. So And I'm very goal oriented. Every time I get one goal, I'm going to the next one. That's just who I am. And if you are in the presence of people who are not like that, you see what I mean? That can be problematic. So, yeah, everybody's not happy when you succeed, and just be quiet and move in silence. I thank you for listening today. This is the Bajo channel, home of self-care, beauty, wellness, and any and everything that'll help you to become the most empowered version of you. Please remember that self-care is the best care. And remember that at the end, in the description, I have a download, because I am very interested in wherever you are in life. I'm at 50. You could be at 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. I don't care. Wherever you are, I want to know your 10 takeaways that you have learned in your life at the point you're at now. I have a download that I want you to download it and just fill it out. And make comments and add some of them to our comments so we can kind of share. Because certain things that you have learned, maybe I haven't seen it yet, and you can enlighten me. We can enlighten each other. So I thank you for listening. I appreciate you. Make sure you get the download in the description. You remember that self-care is the best care. Later.